everyone, and welcome to the BMB Game of the Week, soccer edition between Mepham High School and Wantagh High School. I'm Sean McClellan.
And I'm Lily Yepes.
So, Lily, Mepham has struggled recently.
Yes.
I mean, they had a rough 2-1 win against Island Trees, and before that, suffered a blowout against East Hampton, 4-0 shutout. So, I mean, what can Mepham do to rebound for today?
So we know the Pirates are coming off last season strong. They were going to win counties, and it was a rough end of the season. So they're really eager to come out and play their best. And I think they're playing not like themselves right now because they're just trying so hard. So I think after coming off a win last game, that today I think they're going to go out with their all and against a good Wantagh team. So. Absolutely.
And, I mean, there's a lot to Wantagh for this whole entire season. I mean, this season is basically so they're playing for their former coach, Coach O'Leary, who coached 34 seasons at Wantagh, won states in 92 and 93, and sadly just passed away recently. But for this game, I mean, Mepham, Wantagh, two great teams. So we're going to send it down to the guys in the booth. Take it away.
Thanks, Q, and thanks, Lily. Sorry your time had to be a little short. But hello, everybody, and welcome to the BMB Game of the Week. I'm Matt Mano, joined by Michaela Dovey. Jake Mano will be joining us later in the broadcast. But Michaela, it feels incredible to be back, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so nice, the atmosphere of the game with all the fans in the stands, and we're just ready and waiting for kickoff.
And kickoff has occurred, and it's there. And there's a turnover from the Pirates. Mepham already on a counterattack, and there goes Captain Costa. Costa trying to keep it out of the corner, and he turns it over. That's Andrew DeCanny. DeCanny trying to make a move, can't get it by gets it by Contreras. That's Joey Ewald. Ewald gets it up the field, off Prasad and out of bounds. We're back to live action, and there is. It looks like Peter Scotto. Peter Scotto turns it over. That's Daniel Fersen. Fersen turns it over again.
A great play there by Dimitri Gosse, where he gets the turnover and a give and go.
Exactly, and now here's Scott. Perfect touch. Scott going to try and take on both of them. Scott, beautiful move, and a goal! That's Sean Scott, his fourth of the season.
You see Sean Scott with his little scissor move, beating two defenders and coming up with a great angle for the goal.
Sean Scott doing, Sean Scott things as he makes Wantagh pay.
And that is Sean Scott's fourth goal of the season.
The senior, looking like the conference player of the week he is, looking like one of the best players in all of Nassau County, which he is. Getting recruited for good reason is Sean Scott.
Not only one of the top players in Nassau County, but also one of the Conference A East Player of the Weeks from Newsday in the top 100, which is a great accomplishment for any athlete of any sport, and it really shows how great Sean Scott is.
And Sean Scott, not only is Sean Scott in the top 100, but multiple other Pirates are as well. Deshaun Maitland and Captain Costa are among those in the top 100. There's Julian Murcia getting reps at goalie for the first time, getting his first start of the season. And Mepham already launching an attack, but Wantagh gets it back. That's Ewald. Ewald let it out off on Diener, and he'll stay with the Warriors. Here's DeCanning. Captain Costa brings it up the field, and that one's to nobody except for the captain of the Warriors, Jake Borghese. So captain to captain, Borghese, the big body, gets it up the field. Beautiful pass. Here's Ryan Maggio. No. Taken by Scott. Great challenge by Gosse. Back to defense where he belongs. We've been playing up in the midfield for the past couple of games. Here's Vinny Martinez. And Martinez can't control it, so it's Julian Murcia hanging on to it. Murcia. The big boot from Julian, and it's perfect to Scott.
He passes back to Dimitri Gosse, to Kyle Prasad, and the Pirates are moving up the field.
Trying to just play keep away from the Warriors are the Pirates. And so here's Prasad, getting up the field. There is Jake Borghese, the captain, with a great stop. Now Prasad and out. It'll stay with the Warriors.
Number 12, Damien Crowley taking the throw-in for the Warriors.
Crowley, good, one of the better players on set pieces for this Warriors team, but that one just couldn't find anyone. So Dmitry Gosse will take the free kick. And Gosse is your set piece specialist for the Pirates, as he gets it perfectly to Scott but can't handle it with the head. So it goes out of bounds and it'll stay. It'll go to our own Maya Stone, and James Ackerman will take it out. That was good touch by Maya. That was good touch by Maya. Has she ever played soccer? I don't think so.
I don't think Maya ever played soccer.
I don't think so either. But it'll be the captain Borghese to take the goal kick as opposed to Ackerman. And that one looks like it's headed for the Mepham bench, but it falls, and Gosse is able to take it away. That one, Sanchez still in the air. The 50-50 balls is what Coach Lingori emphasized for the Warriors.
And great footwork there by Sean Scott.
And Garcia, give and go. Here's Martinez, and he kicks it right against the back of Crowley. That'll go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Pirates. This looks like it's going to be a corner kick, and Dmitry Gosse will take it.
I think it's a throw-in.
It's a throw-in.
Yeah.
It was close. It was close.
It looks like it's going to be a long throw to the middle right here, and let's see how far it can go.
Looks like Decina coming all the way up from the back, normally a defenseman. He's in the mix in this little train of Pirates.
Oh, and a great throw-in right there.
It's up. That's anyone's game. Contreras couldn't get to it. The Pirates unable to get to it, and Crowley kicks it away after a couple of headers by Borghese and Crowley.
And it looks like the Pirates will have another throw-in here, another one taken by Dmitry Gosse, and I guess they'll try to run the same play.
What I don't understand is why Peter Scotto's not in there. If you're going to move up one of your defenders, Peter Scotto is your tallest, your biggest body, and your most aggressive. You got to get him up there. JD is very smart, but he's not the guy you really want up in the box. Peter Scotto is really your guy there, and couldn't go to anyone there. So after a challenge by the Warriors, it'll stay with the Pirates. Here's Sean Scott once again. Going to try and make something happen. Gosse sends it behind Scott to Costa, back to Gosse. Dmitry Gosse. Back to Captain Costa. And try and find an outlet pass. He gets it to Christian Kolb. Or excuse me, that's Mark Diener. This is Isaiah Contreras. Isaiah Contreras makes a nice move on DeCanny. And taken out. Good play by Gosse to force it free. Gosse makes a move. The left-footed kick, and it's saved by Ackerman.
Great shot right there, Mano. You could see them really trying to work the sidelines, getting the ball up, crossing it in.
I agree with that. That's one of the things that Mepham does really well, is spacing the field. The communication has really improved over the course of the last 4 games. Here's Prasad. He doesn't get a lot of chances. He's going to try and make the most of one. He has to force to give it away. Scott, Costa, back to Scott. And try and make a move. He's got an opening. Is he going to shoot? No. An errant pass goes right to the freshman Gianluca Stornello, who just got called up literally today.
It's always amazing to have a freshman on varsity, and he's starting, so that must mean something.
Yeah, you know how that feels to be a freshman starting on varsity in how many sports? 3?
Yeah.
That's extremely impressive, Michaela. And back to action. Jake Borghese, the big boot down the field. Borghese going to try and make a move. And he makes Scott miss. That's impressive. Crowley finds an opening, and it's kicked out by Diener. An incredible clear by Mark Diener.
Yeah, and I mean, Mark Diener is just a sophomore, but this is his 2nd year on varsity. He's always playing great, and he's really helping on the defensive end for the Pirates.
So Crowley will throw it in. Best passer on the team is according to Coach Lingori. Captain Costa trying to force it away.
Guys, there's so many guys. I'm the manager for the soccer team.
That one's out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors. Costa just on the brink. That one's a little close, but it'll stay. It'll go to the Warriors. Borghese going to take a free kick.
Yeah, and you see they're getting all of their attackers up on the line for this one, hoping to play it inside to the middle and having someone either head or kick it in.
Looks like you're going to be looking for Logan Jaramillo, he's the biggest guy on the field right now outside of Borghese, who is taking the kick. And Borghese is going to go for the goal, and Murcia with a great punch to get it out. Martinez forces it the other way. Borghese gets it back. Borghese, the big senior, going against the freshman. And the freshman wins, so Mepham has it. And that's it. Looks like a handball on Garcia. Goes uncalled. It'll be a throw-in for the Warriors. Crowley is taking a lot of these. And Wantagh has not been... had a lot of chances to force an attack. They've only had Damian Crowley with his... looks like his sixth throw-in of the game. One of them have to convert into something, right? One of them have to lead to an attack, right, Michaela?
I would definitely agree with that. It looks like this one will be thrown right into the middle.
Gets it to Facen, and Facen battling with Scotto. He can't get it. So Scotto will take the throw-in. Gosse into the middle of the defense. That's Kramer. Kevin Kramer battling with Garcia. Garcia is tripped. Ryan Maggio and Kramer both in on that one.
It's a great play by Garcia there, Mano.
Yeah, in his first start of the season, he was battling a couple of injury concerns earlier in the season, and Kramer and Maggio were both up there, and Manny had absolutely zero fear.
Martinez with the ball.
Martinez is going to try and make a statement in his first game on varsity, but here's Sean Scott. You know what he can do with the ball. Martinez can't get to it, and the spin move by the goalkeeper Ackerman to keep it away from a charging Martinez. What a save there.
Yeah, but that was definitely a great cross in by Sean Scott, and the Pirates will be looking to that all game to get some attacks off him.
So the big boot by Ackerman falls in the middle of the field. Kramer can't get to it. Neither can Jaramillo. So Mepham wants the counterattack. Can Contreras get to the ball first? He can. Crossed into Scott. No, Garcia off the post.
And again, Mano, with the outside play to the crosses. I mean, this is going to lead to something soon.
Eventually it will. And Contreras had an excellent pass, but Garcia just couldn't convert. Looks like he jumped a little too early. Borghese asking, where's my team? He's able to get it to two Warriors, actually, and after Gosse steals it. Couldn't handle the spin on that one.
Definitely not. That was a very hard ball to get a good first touch on.
Wantagh's touch has been, let's just say, lacking today, and this one cost them a couple of attack opportunities. And that's a great steal by Kevin Kramer. Kramer up the field. That one's Facen. Facen, he scores! Daniel Facen!
And what a good through ball that the Warriors sent there that allowed him to get a nice little breakaway and get in front of the defenders and put the ball right into the top corner so that Marcia could not get to it.
You know, Julian Marcia, great effort, but just couldn't get in front of it as Daniel Facen knocks this game up at 1. So the pass there was excellent. Wantagh finally converting on one of their chances. And we looked like we have a ball game, a high-scoring affair. Its first 2 goals in the first 13 minutes of play. And Mepham, they did this last time, scoring after getting conceded on. Here's Scott, sends that all the way to Merrick. You're not seeing that ball again, as Sean Scott knows he wants that one back. Sean Scott, one that he wants back, and looks like Ackerman's gonna make the long trek to the fence to retrieve that one. But what do you think Mepham needs to do? Because Wantagh 0-1 in conference play, 0-2-1 overall. Mepham is much better team on paper, but Wantagh's been keeping the pace.
Who doesn't know what Matt is talking about? A 4-3-2-1 basically means that Mepham has 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 forwards, and 1 forward who's playing even higher than the other 2. So they'll really be trying to make some moves, get past some defenders to just create some opportunities.
The one in the 4-3-2-1 is Manny Garcia. He almost was able to get on the board. Scott chips it into Martinez, and that one's out by the captain, Jake Borghese, who's taunting the freshman. This game's getting heated.
I mean, tied 1-1, but it looks like, again, Wantagh is going to get the goal kick, and they have their captain, Jake Borghese, taking all these goal kicks, and he's the best left-footed kicker on his whole team.
That would make sense, especially because Mepham is a lot more stacked on their left side. Their right backs, center backs are a little on the right side are a little more left side heavy is what I'll say. So Gosse will take it in the middle of the field. Costa, good chip to Martinez. We'll see where Martinez goes with it. Here's Scott. That's a good challenge by Crowley, able to force Scott to misplay that ball. This game's been played on the wings so far. Not a lot of challenges up the middle. Not a lot of 50-50 balls. There's been a lot of speed down the sidelines for this game. And that's really what that's the kind of game Mepham thrives in. With guys like Sean Scott, guys like Deshaun Mayton like we haven't seen, guys like Dimitri Gosse able to command the offense. Those 3 are both extremely talented players, all who play on the wing, and they're all able to score from anywhere on the field. As speaking of counterattacks, Peter Scotto is able to stop one of Wantagh's.
Yeah, Scotto just playing it out there, trying to stop the possession by Wantagh, but they now have a throw-in, so we'll see how this goes, Mano.
Peter Scotto, one of those defenders who never stops running. He's all over the field. He can play really anywhere he wants. A hard-working kid, according to Coach Gosse. Very athletic, tackles really well, and Peter Scotto made a great play there, stopping a counterattack. Martinez, that's a turnover right there. Wantagh is going to launch an attack on this, trying to find anyone open.
And it looks like Mepham will take back possession as Dimitri Gosse is going to take the throw-in.
That's a huge force out of bounds, forcing the throw-in for Mepham. That one right there by Gosse. Not exactly the best play by Martinez. Not exactly the best spot to go with the balls. We have a substitution, Christian Kolb's coming in, and Martinez is coming out. Freshman getting his first taste of varsity soccer, and it looks like his time will be up for at least now. Costa gets it to Prasad. Now here's Christian Kolb back into the game. Kolb gets it back to Diener, to Costa, back to Kolb, and Costa's going to look to go up the field. Here's Prasad now. Prasad chips it down the field. See if Isaiah can get to it. He can. Defended by Borghese, and Borghese is able to get it out. Contreras is going to take the throw in. Quick one to Diener. Unable to handle it, and it's taken by Joey Ewald. Out of bounds it goes. We're almost halfway through this first half, and Mepham looks to be dominating time of possession, but nothing's come of it, as Wantagh's played excellent defense.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely true, Mano, but as we've seen the past few plays, Mepham from the middle has been trying to play through.
Prasad puts it in the back of the net, making the most of his opportunity.
What did I say, Mano? It's cross to goal. And, I mean, beautiful to the bottom quarter. No way the goalie could have got to that. I mean, I've been a goalie, and top corner, bottom quarter is not what you want to play against right there.
Yeah, Kyle Prasad is one of those players who doesn't get a lot of opportunities to score goals, but when he does, he makes it work. Kyle, very talented player. He doesn't get to show off his athleticism because he plays defense, and he gets a chance there and makes it count. Speaking of Kyle, he almost had a chance of that, and Gosse gets knocked down by the header.
Goal for Mepham
So
by number 12,
the play by Scott and to Prasad, just a perfect finish by him. To get back to Wantagh's number 12, Damian Crowley throws it in to restart play on Mepham's side. Cena's just going to let that one go, and J.D. DeCina is one of the smartest players I've seen at the high school level, the heart of this Mepham defense. And losing Carter Chiarello last year, people thought that was going to be a big loss for Mepham, and on one hand it is, but J.D. DeCina has made up that difference and then some. And even though soccer is not his main sport, DeCina has made every moment count, and has proven to be one of the unsung heroes of this Mepham team. That one's going into one of the backup goalkeepers, John Nocera, who's in the game as a midfielder. Wantagh has 2 goalkeepers who split time as a position player, and the goalkeeper, Nocera, is one of them, wearing that 25. See, now Wantagh, as we get back to Nocera, while he's handling the ball, we might as well talk about how Wantagh's goalkeeper jerseys are a little special. Nocera, when he's in the goal, is wearing number 93. Ryan Horowitz, who we haven't seen actually, wears number 20. He's currently on the bench, but when he's in the goal, he's number 92. The reason being, Wantagh has won their state titles in 1992 and 1993. So they give out those numbers to their goalkeepers as a way to honor those past teams, which is a very interesting touch. And Wantagh looking to add a 22 jersey, a 22 goalkeeper jersey, as their coach Langora said. And Mepham also has a very realistic shot at adding a state title. As talking to the players before the season, a lot of them fancy themselves as a county championship contenders, maybe even state title contenders. As Prasad then sends a ball back to Diener, who can't go anywhere. So that one's just a simple turnover by Kyle Prasad.
And Wantagh definitely will be looking.
An attack of Mepham's own. Gosse makes a nice move, makes Sanchez miss. Scott can't get in front of us, and it's sent well high in the sky by Crowley. Kolb and Barbario battling for it. Gosse, what a move there by Dimitri Gosse, making Jack Dankenberg miss. Sends it up the field to Garcia, and Garcia sends it to Costa. Costa Carusis, a through ball to the middle. Scott can't get to it, even though he's the fastest player on the field. That one was just too much juice on it by Costa, and Ackerman gets to it first.
Mano, we see Mepham really building on their attacking end.
And speaking of, BMB has their own events. Smashburger is coming up. It's back. Smashburger tomorrow in Wantagh, actually. Smashburger in Wantagh. Be there or be square. Mention BMB. We got a cut of the profits to help us go to Long Beach, California. As that one is Garcia. He scores! The Smashburger ad brings good luck as Manny Garcia, in his first varsity start, puts the Pirates up 3-1.
And yet another cross to the middle, and just a great shot by Garcia there.
Goal by number 14, Manny Garcia.
And Manny Garcia last year, one of the highlights of these BMV games of the week was Garcia, who hit a screamer all the way from 40, 35 yards out. Ended up on Newsday. And whose cameras was that? Ours.
Just must be our luck, Mano, and of course Smashburger. I hope to see you there tomorrow.
I will, of course I'll be there, Michaela. So after the Smashburger fueled goal, Manny Garcia will take a rest, and Matthew Barsala will come in. He's already making a challenge on defense. He's able to force an errant pass to Prasad. Prasad gets it to Scott. Great touch. Scott sends it to Ackerman, who's just going to let it out.
Well, that should be a Mepham corner right there, I believe. That got deflected after Scott's shot, but
Yeah, that
doesn't look like the goal ref will see it that way. The Mepham's just got to keep playing here.
And Mepham is not happy about it.
I wouldn't be either, Mano. That was an obvious deflect right there.
Yeah, that was an obvious. That looked pretty obvious, but Mepham already got the ball back Here's Prasad. Getting it to Gosse. Gosse turns around. Here's Peter Scotto. Scotto gets it to Sean Scott. Sean Scott. Good pass by Kolb. Back to Scott. Challenged by 4 Warriors. And it's taken away. Dankenbring battling with Scott. Scott makes a great play. He gets it to Costa. Costa looking to launch an attack. Or he might take one himself. What a move by Costa. And the shot is sent in between the uprights and all the way to Merrick.
Looks like he got a field goal there, but maybe not what he was hoping for.
Not at all what he was hoping for there. So it looks like our guy Finn's gonna have to retrieve that ball before we can restart play with a goal kick.
By Jake Borghese.
The captain once again gonna take another one for the Warriors.
And I mean, coach calls him best defender on the team, and it's really shown today so far.
Yeah, he's been not afraid of some of the best players in the county. Been defending Scott one-on-one, been defending Gosse one-on-one, and even challenging the freshman to a friendly battle.
Great play up the sideline there by Mark Diener as he got it up there. But it looks like Wantagh took over possession again.
And J.D. DeCina will send that one into Stewart Avenue. That one looked like it hit a car. It's not funny. That's someone's property.
Let's hope not, Mepham.
Let's hope that car's okay. So the ball will stay with Wantagh. And Kolb's able to take it away off the throw-in, and Peter Scotto will just send it right back to his keeper, who will boot it all the way downfield, where Mark Diener is waiting. Contreras is unable to handle it, and it goes out of bounds. So we're looking at just over 14 minutes left.
And Wantagh definitely hoping to get at least one more, if not to equalize going into the half.
Yeah, they need something to get this game within one.
DeCina up the field to Kolb. Kolb playing in the middle. Up the sideline to Scott.
Scott getting it to Kolb. Kolb's going to look for something. Dumps it down to Scott, and he can't handle it.
Prasad on the ball. Wantagh sends it up the field, but not. We have J.D. DeCina back there to stop the play.
DeCina making a great play. So Garcia looks like he's pleading to get put back in the game, but unfortunately for him, he's not going to get put back in. Looks like he cramped up, and that's why he was taken out and subbed off.
Great up by Dimitri Gosse as Christian Kolb gets it in the center to Costa Carusis.
Costa sends it to Kyle Prasad. Prasad looking for an outlet. He had Contreras, but he couldn't get it there. Now he sends it to Contreras. And he's offsides.
Just one step there, one step past the defense. Such a disappointing play for any offender when you're offsides because you see the opportunity right in front of you. However, it's just taken away that quickly.
He was right. He's a midfielder, but sometimes plays in the back, and that's what he's doing today. As Wantagh's looking like they need all the help they can get on defense. Kolb now back to game action. Carusis dancing around, gets it to Diener. Mepham picking up the pace. Diener slows it down. Gets to DeCina, who's going to probably try and look to find a through ball to Gosse, who's wide open on the wing. Instead, they go to Prasad and to DeCina. Here's Scotto to Costa. Costa gets it to Diener. Contreras. Costa with the header, and it goes wide.
That was a great play there by Costa off the 50-50 ball. I mean, he had possession of it, but just a little bit wide on that play.
That one was hard to get for Captain Costa.
But it looks like Mepham will have a corner kick taken by Costa. So let's see what they could do off this.
This one's actually going to be given to Dimitri Gosse. It's one of those things where you have the lefty on the left. We have your lefty on the right
side.
On the right side. Dimitri's going to be kicking right-footed. Costa will take the corner kicks from the other side of the field. So everyone bunched up. I wouldn't be shocked if Kyle Prasad gets this one. It doesn't. It's taken by Borghese. He's just going to have to clear it. Thankfully, this one doesn't end up on Stewart Avenue. It'll be a throw-in for the Pirates. So, it looks like Dimitri's going to take this one. Dimitri Gosse is Mepham's specialist for set keys. And look who's coming on for the Mepham Pirates. We have a Finn sighting very soon for the last 10 minutes of the half. Just wait for the subs to come. Just wait for the subs to come in. But as we get back to game action, Gosse will take the throw and looking for anyone to go to. Sends it to, that looked like it was Barsalo. Matthew Barsalo. There's Contreras working around the defense, sending a shot, and Nasera has it.
Great save by Nasera there. Ackerman playing it short there, as Wantagh's looking to build up the field.
There, Jared Fernandez. Now Contreras has it. Going to try and set up a counterattack. Kolb can't get to it. That's out. That's Alexander Sanchez. And now Wantagh's going to try and look for number 2 on the day. And that one's easy foul on Fernandez. Kolb was defending a little too aggressively there.
I mean, yeah, but just short of 9 minutes left in the first half, and Wantagh really looking for a goal here.
It's a big kick down the field. And Gosse, he gets shoved. That one's not called. Kolb gets to it. Maggio challenging. Now here's Captain Costa launching a counterattack. You can hear the girls' varsity team chanting Costa. It's as Borghese sends it away. Logan Jaramillo now battling with Scotto and Prasad. Jaramillo falls. Scotto comes up with it. And he's going to send it back to Diener. Captain Costa going to launch a counterattack. Can Contreras get to it first? He would have if the freshman wasn't there. That was Stornello. Still anxiously waiting for the subs to come in. We'll let you know when that happens.
Definitely will. It looks like that was a high kick violation on Mepham there.
Yeah, and now taking the kick looks to be Jaramillo. Big kick down the field. 50-50 ball won by DeCina. JD DeCina sends it onto the track. And now we have the subs. And this is why we were excited, because BMB's own Finnegan Corcoran Dueling is getting his first playing time live on BMB.
So it looks like Doolin will be subbing in for Contreras as John Mark.
He's been up since he was a sophomore, but hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. And Finn's been a contributor, as here he is challenging Sanchez.
I mean, Finn is the same way on this team as he is in the studio. He's always so positive teammate to his teammates, positive
and has a
to
lot
all
of
us.
energy.
Yeah, but Finn just such an amazing soccer player and also great in BMB as he's the sports director.
Finally getting his chances as a senior. Back to action. Gosse sends it. Saved.
Oh, and you see he used his left foot there.
Yeah, Gosse tried to go lefty into the net, but that one's a little bit harder to do.
That was a great diving stop there by Ackerman, though.
Yeah, might have gone wide either way. So here's Sean Scott getting it through to Barsalo. Chips it to Scott. Scott gets tripped. That should be a penalty.
And it looks like they're not going to call the penalty, but they will give Mepham the corner kick.
Make some noise in the stands. Let's go.
Hearing the "you can't do that" chance. Listen, the girls' varsity team, they know the rules. They know that's a penalty.
Let's go, Mepham.
Yeah, I would have called that a penalty.
So they're going, but it's going to be Captain Costa from the other side this time, taking the penalty, or the corner kick. So I've convinced myself on what the play results should have been.
Mepham has a stack in the middle. We'll see them all split and Costa drive a ball into the middle here.
This one's got to go to Priola. It's swatted away by Ackerman. What a play there. Gosse finds Captain Costa, makes a move, tries to get it inside to Cole, but he can't do it.
No, it looks like Sean Scott is on defense for this play. It's an interesting move.
That is an interesting move. I can't wait to see that.
I want to see that.
I want to see.
He's great on the attacking end, but I'm sure he's such a great defender also.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
Not
look like
afraid.
he's moving up the field, though.
Yeah, not afraid of anybody as Sean Scott. And on that corner kick, there was a little interesting strategy. I thought you would chip it up, get one of your bigger guys, Prasad, Gianmarco Priola, Finn, like all those guys, over 6 feet tall. You could just send it up to one of them. As Mepham is clearly playing with their bigger bodies today. Almost an all-senior lineup for the Pirates right now. And they can do that, by the way. They have 12 seniors on this team.
That's very impressive.
That is absolutely impressive. So that one's going to be
Come on in the stands, make some noise.
foul on Mepham.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of an extension of the arm by sophomore Christian Cole for Mepham. So Wantagh will get possession on the free kick.
A free kick for the Captain Borghese. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Borghese, chased by Barsalo, almost gets tripped. Barsalo still defending Borghese. Send it to Sean Scott, off his hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really tough call there. He had his hands right by his side. It was destined to hit his hand. It was kicked right at it. So, whatever. 3 minutes left in the half. Wantagh really looking for at least one more goal this half.
Exactly. Borghese sends it up the sidelines. That one's Alexander Barbario, challenged by Gosse. Gets it to Fernandez. Jared Fernandez trying to get crafty. Good play to Crowley. Sent it through, and there's Decina, knowing exactly where he's going with the ball. Sends the Warrior behind him, and that's why I was saying J.D. Decina may not get all the recognition of some of his teammates, but he is one of the smartest, most underrated players in all of Nassau County.
I definitely agree with that. With Carter Chiro graduating, he's really stepped up and has really led the Mepham defense along. You know, the defense starts the play all the way up the field, so he's getting it up there for his midfielders and attackers.
And might I add that this isn't even his first sport, so imagine how good he would be at. So imagine how good he is on the baseball diamond.
I can't imagine, Mano.
I mean, we've seen him on a couple of our games, and we have seen him take a couple of at bats for the Mepham baseball team, but can't wait to see his senior campaign. Now Borghese sends it right into Barsalo. What a great play there. Scott defending Crowley.
And Mepham just really forcing Wantagh to make turnovers here. It's almost every play.
Up 3-1 in the first half, and Mepham is really taking it to Wantagh on the defensive side, pressing everyone.
Wantagh has possession in the center of the field, but stolen back by sophomore Christian Kolb. That'll be played to Captain Costa.
Costa to Barsalo, to Finn. Great touch.
Great play by Finnegan Corcoran-Dillon right there.
That's a great juggle, but too bad nobody was there. That's going to get sent into the bleachers. Right to the one fan on that side where all the other fans are on our side, on the near side of your screen. See, the Mepham student section is right below us in the press box. Most of the people are on the east, most of the people are on the west side of the field. Let's just say, that man must be a contrarian.
I don't agree with that call there, Mano.
On the throw-in, or
yeah, they said he stepped over the line. I didn't see it.
So Prasad making a move, gets it back to Morcia. And Julian's probably going to get it to Gosse off the sidelines. Prasad to Decina. J.D. Decina. To Priola. To Scott. Gets it to Barsalo. And trying to Colt. He's getting a little greedy with it. And that's going to force counterattack Sosner right to Mercia.
Great save there by Mercia. We're going to see if he tries to play it short or deep here.
15 seconds left.
Looks like he's thinking of a deep punt on this play.
Love the fan interactions as Mercia sends it down. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. And looks like that will be the end of the first half. The Mepham Pirates lead 3-1 at the end of the half. So, Michaela, Gotta ask you, what have you seen so far?
I mean, kind of as I said all half, Mepham is playing the ball so well when they're playing out wide and crossing it in. And the through balls are really helping Mepham. But not to mention their defense is the building point for everything. And it's really, Mepham's playing really well.
Yeah, Mepham's absolutely been playing really well on the offensive side of the ball. Gosse has been absolutely essential to this game. If he's not playing, if Dimitri Gosse isn't playing, then the Mepham Pirates, honestly, I don't think they might not be winning this game. He's been so essential, assisted on 2 of the goals already, and Coach Gosse's squad is really showing up today. Sean Scott has also played excellent. He's been flying all over the field in typical Sean Scott fashion. And not to mention our own Finnegan Corcoran Doolin. Captain Costa has been running the offense as he usually is. And Captain Costa has been also essential. And so at the half, Mepham leads 3-1. We're going to send it down to Jake Manna with Coach Gosse.
Thanks, Jake, and obviously thanks, Coach, also. What? Tell me to...
Thanks, Jake, and thanks, Scott. We're gonna go back to Smashburger tomorrow, right? At BMB is back at Smashburger tomorrow, September 15th, anytime from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. 8 hours. You can get there to Smashburger in Wantagh. Mention BMB, and we get a cut of the profits. Help us get to Long Beach.
And you might actually see the Mepham girls varsity volleyball team there. We have our game tomorrow at home at 6:45 versus Wantagh, but after we will be at Smashburger, and we hope to see you there. And I mean, Mepham has played great this first half, but some of the top performers, I know Mano touched on them earlier, but we just really have to look at a lot of the players. I mean, sophomore Christian Kolb really controlling the field in the midfield.
Yeah, Kolb's been playing well. I haven't mentioned him, but he's been flying all over the field. Felt like he had a couple of costly mistakes. He had the turnover that led to the Wantagh goal, but still, he's been playing excellently. He's one of the more erratic players on this Mepham team, and that's in a good way, because you have a lot of really good highlights from Kolb, but you'll also have a couple of mistakes. But that's what you get with a kind of player like him, a kind of midfielder like Christian Kolb.
Yeah, but Mano, the way that he switches the field, I mean, he takes the ball from one side, goes to the other, they build up the field. That's all because of him, and he was able to do that. And I mean, Coach says that he's a very smart and technical player, and we've definitely seen that out of him. And we've also seen that out of the other sophomore in the team, Mark Diener, who's one of the defenders. Coach calls him the silent assassin because he doesn't talk very much. But when he's on the ball, he's tricky, he's deceptive, and you could really see all the skill that he has. He's able to get out of the difficult situations with his footworks. And I mean, he's just a great player in general.
So what do you want to see out of Wantagh this next half?
I mean, Wantagh this next half, I think they really need to make their defense wider, because Mepham is just flying up the sidelines, up the sidelines, up the sidelines, and Wantagh has not stopped it yet. So we really just got to see them cutting off those passes, and especially Mepham keeps going through the middle of the field to switch the ball, but Wantagh's got to get in there and steal those, because Mepham has so many players in the attacking half, and they only are keeping 2 or 3 back on defense. So
yeah, I agree with that. Wantagh is pretty making guys like Sean Scott look like Eric Halan from Man City, and you can't have that. You can't have guys running all over the field, doing whatever they want to your defense. Sean Scott took on 1, 2, 3 Warriors at once and was still able to get out of there, send a great through ball. It didn't end up in a goal, but still, Sean Scott has had a huge impact on this game. Now back to self-promotion. Every Friday on the BMB are the BMB morning announcements, where you can see all your favorite BMB stars. This week we got Sean McQuillan and Hannah Broxmeyer bringing you all of your weekly news. Finnegan Corcoran-Newland, we've been raving about him. He'll be bringing your week in Mepham sports. Riley Freed sits down with school guidance counselor Miss Murray about college fair. Sid Alicetti has your What Is That, as usual. And Cumulonimbus Charles does Cumulonimbus Charles things. I don't know what to tell you. It's Charles. Every Friday, be sure to watch the B&B Morning Announcements. Be sure to watch the last one if you can't get enough of me, because I give you your week in Mepham Sports, the fastest minute and 23 seconds in Mepham Sports, because I can never keep it down to 60 seconds.
A minute and 23, that still might be too short, Mano.
Oh,
I think you go over that.
I think I actually made it to like a minute 30 this week. Glad I didn't have...
So more.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm glad I didn't have to edit the whole thing.
Who edited it?
No one. It was edited live, thankfully.
Wow.
Shout out to Hannah Broxmeyer, who was TDing who directed the TriCaster for that edition of Nano Minute Morning Announcements edition. That's what I'm calling my segment from now on. But back to soccer. Looks like we might be getting another goalkeeper change for Mepham. It's looking like, just the way it looks like on the sideline, Gavin Melhaf is going to get a start in the second half. They're going to see what they have in him and their young goalkeeper, Gavin Melhaf, for the second half.
And I mean, he's in 11th grade, but coach says that he's a great shot stopper and a natural goalkeeper. So I can't wait to see what we could see out of him.
Looks like the lineup for Mepham looks like Costa's going to stay in. It looks like Isaiah Contreras is going to come back in. Looks like Diener's going to stay in. Scotto's going to come back. Kolb's going to start this one on the bench. Scott's going to come out. Carusis is going to come out. Kyle and JD are going to come out. And I think we have a Finn sighting for the second half. No, we do not. Finn's going to start the second half on the bench. A little disappointing for us here at BMB. But we're still proud of him either way, right?
Yeah. I mean, we always support our BMBers, but obviously this whole Mepham team, they're always so nice to see in the hallways, and, you know, they're just really positive players.
So, Sean and Deshaun looking like Mepham's going to try and put another threat on the field. Deshaun Maitland, him and Sean, they're very similar in play style. I feel like Sean's a little bit more of a passer than Deshaun is, but they're both very fast, very, very good with the ball, great touch. They can handle the ball very well, and they both can shoot. They both have a rocket of a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you expect pretty similar things out of those midfielders, but they both do their jobs so differently, but are so effective at it, and that's the amazing part.
So as we get into, we are just a minute away from game time. We got another 40 minutes of soccer to play. You wait. It's going to be a good one.
I'm excited, man. Do you think Wantagh will be able to equalize and maybe even pull this one out? What are you?
We are back and ready for game action. We are back, and we've decided that it'll be the Mano brothers commentating the second half. You ready, Jake? You excited?
Never been ready. It's been a great game so far. I'm excited to see what Mepham has as they try to stay aggressive here.
So Mepham looks like they're keeping their starters out, up 3-1. Obviously, you got 40 minutes of soccer to play. Nothing's ever guaranteed in soccer. It's always up for grabs. 3-1 is not a gimme at all. Logan Jaramillo will take the kickoff for Wantagh.
Obviously, you see Sean there. He's looking to get himself more goals. 4 on the season already. Having a great year, great senior year, looking to get some college attention.
Yeah, and he's already getting recruited by certain schools. We are unable to disclose, but he's getting some looks for some. He's getting some Division I attention, Division II attention. And Sean Scott is showing why he's of that caliber. Wantagh starts it off. Andrew DeCanning and Deshaun Maitland already back on, making an impact. Sends a through ball right into the captain Borghese. Deshaun sat a game or two out due to injury. He is back. He sat out the East Hampton game. Carusis send it to Scott. Carusis working from 35 out, sends a shot on goal, and it's stopped. And James Ackerman looked to send it down the field. Wantagh needs a goal, and they need it now.
Yeah, Wantagh has to be aggressive here. They got to get some of their captains, some of their better players involved. And Mepham just had to answer for them all game. We'll see what they can do out here.
Absolutely. So Gosse will take the throw in. Dmitry Gosse waiting on it. Probably going to go to Sean Scott as he does, but that's handled by Borghese. The 50-50 is won by Wantagh and sends it straight to Contreras, who intercepts it. Contreras takes it. Prasad takes it away from him. Prasad, here's to Garcia. Makes a nice move on a charging Maggio. Excuse me, that's Kramer. Sean Scott. Gosse chips it out of bounds. And Dmitry Gosse. And on a play where probably one that he would rather have back.
Gosse is, although he hasn't had much in the stats, he's made a great impact on this game for Mepham. Honestly, he's been one of their better players, especially defensively, and Mepham's happy to have him on the team.
Exactly. Dmitry Gosse, one of the key parts of this team, assisting on over half their goals on the season. So he has been showing up on the score sheet. Decina. Prasad to Decina. And here's Deshaun Maitland playing it at midfield. Makes a nice move. And he gets decked by Daniel Facen. And Deshaun looks like he's hurt. And the chants are back out. Deshaun Maitland. Hopefully he's okay. And that's a huge loss if it turns out to be serious. Huge asset to that goal.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Gosse in the halftime interview. He told me that they're going to just play this game as they intend to play this entire season. Keep the pedal on the metal, play aggressive. Even though they're up by 2, they do not intend to stop that. Exactly.
It's exactly what you're supposed to do. And waiting on play to resume. Yep, it is Kolb who's going to check in. And it is Gavin Melhaff who comes in the game. JD Decina will take the free kick. Send it to Gosse. Decina to Kolb. To Carusis. Here's Isaiah Contreras. Contreras to Prasad. That looks like a handball on Jaramillo. He's tripped by Prasad. Scotto sends it up the field to Scott. Sean Scott gets it to Contreras. Chips it up the field. Gosse can't get to it, but Borghese can. Borghese just bodies Gosse and then immediately takes the throw in. That is intercepted by Garcia. No, it's not. He's able to win it back.
There hasn't been too much offense going on in this possession. I think that's just to say from this amazing defense both teams are playing. Both teams are coming out in the second half aggressive, and that's what you love to see here.
That's exactly what you want at the start of the second half, because we've already played 40 minutes of soccer, and most of these guys have been on the field for all 40 of them. You're already taxed. You're already feeling it. And to come out there play with that defensive intensity as Mepham was able to gather the first ball of his varsity career. Here's Scotto. Could send it back to his keeper, but elects not to. It's Contreras to Prasad. No attack set up for the Pirates. And they're slowing it down on the offensive end with Maitland out on the bench due to injury. Carusis to Kolb. Christian Kolb to JD DeCina. And that's Garcia now, Manny Garcia. And that one's going to be out of bounds. It looks like it's a corner kick for the Pirates. And Deshaun Maitland is back.
You love to see that, especially with that combo of him and Sean Scott. I mean, some are saying they've been the best duo in the county, definitely their division. They've just been amazing to watch, and I can't wait to see what they do in the second half.
I agree with that. So, looks like it's going to be that's Captain Costa taking the corner kick. Looks like Dimitri's going to be manning the edge. Could go to him, but this one, said it before, I'll say it again. This could very easily go to Prasad. It is to Prasad, and it hits the uprights. Over everything and into the uprights on the football goalpost.
Prasad went up for it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it. But you got to see Coach Gosse on the sideline. He's loving the aggressiveness. He's loving everything that's happening. Just Mepham has to capitalize on that.
And the fans clearly love JD DeCina. Here's Borghese. And that's a trip. Looks like that was the freshman, Vincent Martinez, who was tripped. And it'll be a foul on the Warriors. So it looks like it'll be Gosse and Carusis. Never know who's going to take it with these two. They've done plenty of gadget plays where one fakes and the other takes.
And that's something they can do. Having multiple great duos on this team, as Mepham does, that's something you can do. You can have a little fun, especially when you're as good of a team as this is, as the 3-1 lead. You can do some sort of that trickery, and usually it works.
Exactly. Gosse tees it up and almost scored. Dimitri Gosse. Looked like that was over the line to me, but what do I know? I'm all the way up here.
Gosse was aggressive on that one. And Gosse also loving it. He's loving the second half right now. Obviously, they couldn't have got any points on the board yet, but we'll see what happens.
Carusis to Maitland, sneaking by the freshman. Gosse off the foot of Barbario. Back to Costa. He's going to send it to Diener. Diener through to Martinez. Contreras battling with Barbario. And that's John Murillo. Unable to get to it as Mepham makes an incredible save. That did look over the line to me. Deshaun and JD were pleading to the ref on that one. But Mepham still leads 3-1. We'll see if that caused a major impact. It's a high kick on Alexander Barbario. And Costa send it across the field to Pete Scotto. there's Vincent Martinez to his captain. Messina's going to try and set up an attack. Contreras tries to find an opening. He finds Carusas. Costa makes a move on Barbario. Contreras send it to Maitland, and here we go. Maitland's dangerous with the ball in his hand or on his feet. The pass is back to Maitland, and Maitland gets hit hard again, and Gosse kicks it all the way down the field. Scott now trying to recover it. It's recovered by Gosse in the back end. Gosse to Garcia. And Mepham just trying to find anything. There's a chip inside the box by Scott, and Maitland isn't there. So it'll be sent out by the freshman, the freshman Stornello. Mepham's able to intercept it, and now here's Contreras. Taking on 2 defenders at once, probably ill-advised, but still, Contreras battling. He's able to get it back. Contreras! It's stolen away. Here's Sean Scott, guy on his back. Scott gets it to Costa. Chips it to Gosse. Costa could have shot it. Maitland tripped by Stornello. Cena's able to get to it first and kick it right into his own bench, but it's still a good clear nonetheless.
Since halftime, this game has been a 3-1 ball game. Obviously, nothing's changed, but at least for me, it's clear to say who's winning this second half. Mepham has multiple shots on goal. The ball has been on their side this entire second half. They're playing great right now, and they look to continue this second half.
Yes, exactly right. As looks like Stornello will take the throw-in, gets it into Sanchez. Sanchez sends it inside the box. Gosse gets it right around the 20. It's kicked up by Costa. Watch out, that's right past on one of our cameras. Looked like that almost hit Bree.
She's a little bit rattled there. But
She's fine.
Wantagh looks like they're driving up the field. Ball's now in their court. It's their time to make a play and hopefully step up late in the game.
Exactly, and you have your captain taking throw-ins for plays like these. Gosse, the big throw into the box, and Decina making a great play, stepping in front of everyone. Wantagh unable to convert there as Kevin Kramer was able to get a shot on the goal, but no one was able to get there. So now he's manning Garcia. And Garcia has it kicked away by the captain for Sen.
Back on the Mepham side now. They're trying to make something happen here.
Here's Scott. Going to send across to Maitland. A little too small to get to that one, but that ball was also probably untouchable for a 7-footer too. No shade to Deshaun as Costa takes it. Gosse has it taken away. Costa can't get to it. Here's Barbario, or excuse me, that's Jaramillo. Now it's DeCanny. DeCanny sends it right into the waiting arms of Melhaff.
Melhaff has been playing great up to yet. Obviously not too much has happened his way, but he has 3 saves on the day. Same with Mauricio. They've been playing great. Only let up 1 goal so far.
Exactly. Good steal by McDonald, or excuse me, no. That's almost a screamer of a goal from Kevin Kramer. Another shot in the net, it's wide.
And the crowd's really getting into it now. They're excited for this game, as are I. It's a 3-1. So many people are making big impacts as Cole takes into this game.
Melhaff will take the goal kick. We have a substitution. Martinez comes out cold back in the game. Just look at that. What a kick from, excuse me, that was Kevin Kramer. What a kick there. Too bad it was unable to convert. It's Kolb battling with Kramer. Scotto missed that one. That could be bad. This could be trouble now. Here's Maggio. That one's chipped away by Decina.
Yeah, one thing Wantagh has planned on doing this game is win the intangibles. They have to win the 50-50 balls, and so far, Mepham has been completely dominating on that. The one thing Wantagh wanted to do is becoming a little bit shaky here, and I think that's what's costing them right now.
Yeah, and it looked like Wantagh was dominating on the 50-50s with their captain Borghese leading the way early on in the game when Maggio scored that early goal in the 5th minute. But until or past that point, it's been all Mepham. And with 25 minutes left in the game, this is the chance with a corner kick, huge opportunity to get within one.
Let's talk about the captains for a minute. Borghese has played incredible right now. Already been fantastic, making a huge impact. And Gosse has just been incredible. He's been probably one of the main reasons why Mepham has the lead in this game. And I plan for that to continue.
So speaking of the captains, perfect timing, Jake, as Alexander Sanchez will take the free kick for the Warriors. Or it won't be Sanchez. He sets it down for his captain Borghese to take it. So captain giving it off to another captain. Mepham making a couple of subs before the free kick. And the two captains of Wantagh Warriors will probably try a gadget play. I wouldn't be shocked if one of them fakes and the other takes.
Wouldn't be surprised either. Kind of a play out of Mepham's playbook.
Slowing it down. Scott. Gosse. Back to Scott. To Gosse again. Garcia making a nice move on McDonald and sends it up the field to Sean Scott. Taking on two at once. He trips inside the box. No foul call. This is a clean tackle. And that one did not look as clean as Dimitri Gosse hits the deck. Costa is able to get it back for the Pirates. Sends it inside the box. Maitland unable to get to it. And then he runs into the keeper trying to challenge for it as James Ackerman is able to come up with it.
That's an aggressive play by fan favorite Dimitri Gosse. He's been getting some love in the crowd as soon as he checked into the game.
Deshaun Maitland also very aggressive. And if Ackerman also, that was equally as aggressive, probably more aggressive. Because if he misses, it's in the back of the net, and Maitland has nothing to do about it. Good challenge by Scott, able to win the ball. Here's Gosse and Contreras. Contreras sends it inside the box. Manny Garcia can't get to it. Ackerman can. The keeper, Ackerman, has been playing a good game. A lot of the shots that he conceded weren't really his fault. As Sean Scott, that one looks clean, but then on Gosse, absolutely was not. Another missed foul. Looked like a handball on Scotto as we get back to action. This one sent inside to Garcia. Slow turn. Sends it back onto a waiting Peter Scotto. Scotto is able to keep it off the challenge by McDonald. Borghese sends it back to Scotto. The battle in the box. Borghese will let the ball fall to him and send it onto the track.
We're back here. Mepham's going to continue to be on offense. You see Sean Scotto there. He's doing everything he can for this team. As you saw, he took on two defenders. He's doing everything. He's trying to put the team on his back, and he's been doing just that.
So like we said, we had a multitude of changes, and one of them coming in for Wantagh is John Nocera, who's actually one of the goalkeepers on this team. He's wearing his number 25 midfielder jersey instead of that 93 goalkeeper jersey that we were talking about. Also coming in is Joey Ewald and Jared Fernandez.
Kolb's going to come out for the Pirates. That's going to be a little bit of a piece of the offense that's going to be missing here. He's really quick on his feet, and the coach loves that, so that's going to be a little problem coming into this.
Gosse sends it to Sean Scott. And the strike sent across the field, but Dimitri Gosse has been excellent for this Mepham Pirates team. Assisted on half of the goals this season. Also assisted on 2 goals today. Here's Contreras now. Sending it to Prasad in the middle of the field. He could just take a shot if he wants to. He does, and it's right to Ackerman.
I know I've said it enough, but on theme with this Pirates offense, aggressiveness. It's what Coach Gosse talked about way too much. He loves it, and he's going to love that play right there.
That was absolutely an aggressive strike by Prasad. Up 3-1 with 20 minutes left. So Gosse will take the throw-in for the Pirates. Dmitry Gosse, candidate for player of the game. Now that we're halfway through this second half of the game, 3/4 of the way through the entire game, we need to start weighing our options for BMB player of the game.
For me, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's got to be Sean Scott.
You think it's going to be Sean? I think it's Dmitry.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
I agree to disagree. I think Dimitri's he's got 2 assists on the game. Dmitry, and here comes the "you can't do that" chant. Someone's got to tell them that the ref. Someone's got to tell that the ref knows that, and Mepham's going to be getting a free kick here.
You got to love the Mepham Pirates getting involved, showing support to the boys' soccer team.
Always, every time here, the girls' varsity team, the cheer team, sometimes the football team, and today I see possibly the girls' volleyball team is here as well. And the girls' soccer team always comes out to these games with cardboard cutouts of all of the players, which one of them told me they're going to show up with one of those to one of my track meets, which is terrifying. But the support is incredible. All of the student athletes here is helping. All of the student athletes here support each other, and this is just great to see, especially coming off of something called COVID. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but yeah, but coming off that, it's been great to see how everyone's been getting out, mask off and showing support for everyone here at Mepham.
Yeah, well, that's just a great example of what Mepham loves to support here. Pirates are really a family and a community, and that's just great to show here from the support.
So 3 lined up to take the free kick. Gosse, Contreras, and Prasad. We'll see who takes it. Place your bets. I got Gosse.
I agree with you.
It has to be. But it also could be a gadget play where Gosse fakes, and if it's not him, Prasad would be the one to take it from me.
Well, you gotta love just Mepham even thinking about trickery. The fact that they can do this just has a great reputation on the kind of team they are and the kind of team that they can be and want to be.
Absolutely. So we get back to game action as Decina now speeding it up after Mepham's received a break. With 19 minutes left in the half. Maitland.
Maitland's going to try for the defensive play there. He's not going to get the call, but even so, the crowd's still loving him. He's a fan favorite here.
Yes. And so all these seniors are fan favorites, as most of these teams here are in attendance are mostly made up of seniors, so it would make sense as Wantagh gets it back and Borghese will take the throw-in. Borghese, big throw over almost everybody, and that'll fall right into Decina's lap. Kicks it up high, and the 50-50 ball finally won by Wantagh, but it'll be out of bounds off of them, and it'll stay with Mepham.
Well, playing off their keys, they won with one of the 50-50 balls, and you know that's going to be something that they're going to hope to continue.
So the pace of the game slowed down a little bit as Kolb gets it to Contreras, who turns it over. That's Joe Ewald. Kolb back to Contreras, and Scott can't handle the errant pass. So another change for the Warriors. Maggio on, Alexander Barbario off. So with 17 minutes left in the game, looks like it'll be no Sarah taking the throw-in, excuse me. That is DeCanny. And DeCanny gets it in, and it's already taken by Mepham. Kolb gets it into Maitland. No, it's stolen. That looks like that was Stornella. Ewald Gets it taken away by Scotto. Looks like we have a foul on the Warriors. Scotto will take it. And Jake Borghese has been one of the lone bright spots for this Wantagh Warriors team. Coach says he's got the best left-footed kick and best on-ball defender. And even for his bigger frame, he's still got some wheels. As Contreras takes it. And stolen. Here's Ewald. Ewald gets it into Kramer. Kramer battle Decina, and Decina wins it. Kramer kicks it out. He'll stay with the Pirates.
Yeah, Mepham's going to play defense here. I mean, they got to be aggressive here. Wantagh's finally getting some time on offense. They're going to try to score here. Maybe make it a one-point ball game going into 60 minutes.
Here's Diener. He's going to take the throw in. Maitland guarding it. Maitland can't get to it. He's sprinting all the way across the field. Look at how fast Deshaun Maitland is.
And that's one of his strengths here. That's one of the things that the coaches love and what makes him as a great player as he is.
This Mepham Pirates team is notorious for being as fast as they get. Guys like Contreras, guys like Sean Scott, guys like Peter Scotto, Deshaun Maitland, Matt O'Brien, Alex Luft, Sean Geyer. All these guys have exceptional speed on this Mepham Pirates team.
I just say that all of them have speed, but all of them work together as one. That's what makes this team as great as they are.
They've all played with each other since they were all very young. This is a group that's been together for years on end, and this is a lot of their last ride playing high school soccer or playing with these same group of kids.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but I say we focus on the season up ahead.
As Decina kicks that one out of bounds. This looks like it'll be a corner or possibly a throw-in for the Warriors, depending on where that one went out. So it'll be looks like it's going to be a throw-in, or he goes over Kramer, taken away by Jared Fernandez. Fernandez looking, surveying for an option, makes a nice move. Jared Fernandez, and it's off your Gosse.
You always hear play to your strength.
Looks like we have a man down. Like it might be Sean Scott down. Looks like might have been hitting the header. Hopefully this isn't serious, as
Well, you gotta hope. As a friend and as a teammate, you gotta hope it's not serious. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully he can get back into the game soon.
I didn't see where the injury occurred, so I couldn't assess the severity of it.
Looks like he's trying to walk it off as he's going to get checked up on now.
And as he'll come out, Finnegan Corkindulin will come back into the game, as it seems. Well, hopefully, so the former BMB checks out, Sean Scott. We hope he's okay. And Finn, our sports director, checks in on a more somber note this time. We have 14 minutes left in this game and some change, but
The same as the gate. Yeah. So Stu has it. He's upstairs.
15 minutes left in this game. Mepham's still up. Mepham going strong. Not much action here in the second half, but that's exactly what Mepham wants. They want to hold on to this league and hopefully come out with the W.
exactly that, Jake. And as Sean Scott walks on his own power, doesn't look to be shaken up or anything, which you love to see after a collision like that. It'll be a corner kick taken by the Warriors.
Yeah, well, Sean Scott, he's a tough player. His love for the game is really what drives him. That's what drove him this entire season and last.
Sean Scott he's been up on varsity since he was a freshman alongside Costa Carusas. And this one's going to be taken. This one's going to be a handball staying with the Pirates. So we dropped under 14 minutes left in this game. And I ask you again, Jake, as we've seen this game develop a little more and players seem to make their case, who is player of the game? I'll probably ask you one more time. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to actually change my answer. I got to say Dimitri Gosse. He's been all over the place this game. Assist, defense, he's just been great.
Can't say I didn't told you. I agree wholeheartedly. Gosse has been flying up and down the field, assisting on multiple goals, and he has been. And assists aren't the flashiest things, but they absolutely show up. So Gosse now looking. And Kyle Prasad gets it in the box. Maitland can't get there. Akram's able to pick it up.
Yeah, one thing you can tell from this Mepham team is the phrase play to your strengths. They completely take that and they revolutionize it.
How so? Yeah, Sean Scott and Deshaun Maitland playing on the wing. That's what they've known for. That's what they've always done. That's what they're good at. Finn is you got guys like Finn. You got guys like Garcia playing Isaiah Contreras in the middle. All three of those guys really are midfielders. Guys who just don't stop running. Got Garcia as a striker. That's what he's known for, hitting highlight reel goals. Decina as a defender. He's a student of the game, extremely smart. Kyle Prasad is just well-rounded. That's what playing to their. There's not really a way to revolutionize playing to your strengths. You either do it or you don't.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with you on that one. In this case, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. They completely revolutionize everything. I mean, you see the play calls, you see the trickery, you see the defense from Diener and Decina. They've just been everywhere. And, you know, every team has to play to their strengths, but Mepham has done it so well, and you can tell.
You can innovate and still play to your strengths. At least I think so. And Mepham does that and then some. So the Pirates looking to just close this game out with 11 minutes left. Here's Kramer battling for Sod. And that one will go to the Pirates.
Come on, Mepham, let's make some noise out there in the stands. Let's go!
The crowd's still trying to get hyped with only a little bit over 11 minutes left. Only a little bit left to play. We're going to see what Wantagh can do here.
That's exactly right, Jake. Here's Mark Diener to take the throw, and we have a little confusion on where this one will go.
It will end up going on the side of Mepham.
Cena sends a through ball to Prasad. You can hear the cheer team. You can hear the cheer team and the girls' varsity team cheering for their Pirates. It's Contreras sends it on the outside to Maitland. Maitland looking for an outlet. Maitland tries to shoot and he gets stopped. And he's down. That one was stopped by McDonald.
Maitland's really trying to get his goal. You can see it here. He's doing everything he can. He's going through defenders. He's taking a big shot. He's doing everything he can to get his name on the scoreboard.
Looks like he's playing like this game is already decided. And with 10 minutes left in the game, you could say that, but we've also seen crazier comebacks here.
Of course.
You've seen crazier comebacks in the pros. We've seen crazier comebacks in other sports on the BMB Game of the Week. But Maitland still, he shows up his athleticism. And then he hits the deck hard.
Substitution for Mepham. Number 6 coming off and number 2.
So it looks like Martinez and Martinez and Sean Scott will come back on, and Finn and Isaiah will come off.
And that's a big one for them. After being shaken up, Sean Scott's already back in the game. As I said, he's a tough player. He loves the game, and he's back in already.
I could definitely tell that Sean Scott was definitely pleading with Coach Gosse, put me back in the game. Like he definitely knows the situation of them being up to their third-string goalie. He's in the game getting some reps, and Gavin Melhaf is performing excellently, might I add. But still, Gavin Melhaf is performing excellently. Mepham's really playing. The pace of the game is slowed. People could say it's over. Obviously, no fat lady is singing yet, but this game has definitely died down in terms of intensity. And Wantagh has not been getting a lot of chances, but even then, Sean Scott is still asking to come back into the game, and that's stuff you'd love to see.
Well, we've had over 30 minutes with no action here, at least nothing on the scoreboard. I wouldn't say that the game's over, but it definitely has died down. Even then, you got to see senior leaders still wanting to make an impact.
Exactly that, Jake. And as this corner kick by Wantagh is kicked out by Decina, and it'll be a throw-in for the Warriors.
You got to love those players making any play they can, whether it's defensively impacted, just giving Mepham in a better position. You got to love seeing that.
And JD Decina has been showing his soccer IQ. Clearly is one of the best on the team. As this corner kick is kicked up in the air by Maitland, and this one's got to get cleared. Barbario can't get that one. Can't that one? Excuse me. He can't get that one to go as it falls out of bounds, and it'll stay with Mepham and the Pirates.
We're inside 10-minute warning here. Mepham still up. 3-1, same as halftime. Nothing's really happening, but Wantagh's still looking heavy. They're still trying to make something happen.
Gavin Mepham just kicks it to Joe Marco Priola, recently entered the game. Looks like he came on for Decina. Excuse me, no. Did not come on for Decina. Here's Martinez trying to juggle it, couldn't get it. A shot on Mepham is wide and out of bounds. So with 7 minutes and 7 minutes and a little bit more to play left in this game, Wantagh's got to be feeling out of this. I mean, you got to get your more offensive threats up in the box, really going for anything. Overcommitting is not an issue, or is not one of their worries at this moment, right, Jake?
Of course. I mean, offense is key here, especially in the late rounds when you're down. I mean, goal is the only thing that's going to put your team on the board. Defense ain't going to do that right now.
Exactly. When you're down 2 this late into the game, it's not thinking about conceding. That's the least of your worries. You need to get it into your offensive zone. And now Mepham's launching an attack. Carusis to Garcia. Makes a nice move. Garcia, he scores! Manny Garcia, what a play there!
What a play by Manny Garcia. You see the in and out, making a defender miss. He's going to take a huge strike from the 15 and beautiful kick into the top left corner. And now you hear the crowd getting hyped from Manny Garcia.
Exactly right. So Manny Garcia puts the Pirates up 4-1. Clearly not conceding. Had to have been higher up on the Warriors as Manny Garcia puts the Pirates up 4-1.
There's 6 minutes 30 left. They're now up 3. I gotta ask you, was that the goal to put it away?
Absolutely, and I think it might have been the goal to put Manny Garcia in the books as our player of the game. As now he's on the board with 2 goals on the game.
We'll have to see. Stay tuned to find out.
I think it's kind of decided. Borghese to Takane, back to Borghese, and Wantagh needs to do something now if they want any chance of winning this game. So look, 6 minutes and 9 seconds left in this game for Mepham.
Garcia, 2 goals in the game. You could see him still running back and forth, still trying to make things happen. Maybe get a third.
He wants the hat trick in his first game of the season, trying to catch Sean in that goal leaderboard as Carusis sends one up and through the uprights, as you can hear the crowd chanting field goal. That one is through. Now we see a tandem of juniors coming on. See Alex Luft coming in his first time today, coming off for Gosse. Sean Scott will come off. He'll be replaced by Sean Geyer, and Matthew O'Brien will come in for Vincent Martinez.
You gotta love some of the underclassmen getting a chance, even though they're up.
And we'll also be seeing Finn at the next. We'll be seeing our guy Finn at the next change. So here's Sean Geyer. Here's Cecina. To Costa. To Diener. To Decina. Jeffrey to Cena. Gets it into Diener. Back to the Cena. So Costa, Cena, and Diener playing a little bit of a triangle. Now gets back to Priola. Gets it to Luft. To Prasad. Now here's O'Brien. Back to Luft now after the challenge by Wantagh. Carusis chips it over the head of Borghese. And O'Brien sends it inside. Here's Sean Geyer. Geyer. Can't get. Carusis. The left-footed boot and wide.
He's visibly upset with himself after that, but in a 4-1 ball game, there's not much he can do. It's just good to get a shot up on goal after that.
And another set of substitutions. Costa, Diener, and Garcia off. Impieri, Corkundulin, and Barsalo are on.
Let's make some noise, Mepham in the stands. Let's go!
Let's bring it home for the first BMB game of 2023. Or 2022-2023. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. Here's Geyer. Gets it out to Prasad. Kyle Prasad. Gets it to Luft. Barsalo. Back to Priola. Priola gets it into Melhalf. Back to Priola. Probably going to send it down the field, or he could try and take it up himself, which he does. This one's taken by Wantagh. This one is Maggio. And that one is a great save by Melhalf.
I mean, Melhalf has been absolutely flawless up until yet. I mean, and still, 5 saves on the day, nothing gotten past him. He's been incredible for the Mepham Pirates.
This one's Priola. Probably going to look to send it down the field as we drop under 3 minutes to play. Wantagh trying to launch a counterattack. Luft going to get in front of it. And gets in front of Jaramillo. Another sub. Looks like Kolb's coming in. Kolb's coming in for Prasad, so almost entirely a lineup made up of non-seniors for the Pirates outside of a couple.
Number 12, Kyle Prasad.
O'Brien gets it into Maitland, and here goes Maitland. Still wants a goal. Making a move, taking on 3 defenders at once. Because why not? Up 4-1 with 2 minutes left to play.
Well, that's kind of the stuff that Maitland can do. He can take on all those defenders. He can probably make something happen out of it. And honestly, at this point, just have fun with it. If he can get something, put it on the highlight reel. If not, then he can't. But
O'Brien. Geyer crosses it into Finn, and it couldn't get there.
that would have been a historic moment.
That absolutely would have been historic. Finn's first varsity goal and the first goal by a BMVer on the BMV game of the week. That would be history. It would be if my memory serves me correctly. Actually, that would be the second time that happened, as we caught Sean Scott's first varsity goal when he was a freshman, when he was still a member of the program. A little bit of knowledge you didn't know.
Talk about historic for that one.
And another bit of history. The first game that I ever called as a member of BMB was a girls' soccer match with two of the guys on the field right now, Sean and Finn. That was the infamous freshman trio of sportscasters game. Please don't look that up. I'm embarrassed of it.
Oh, you're really full of wisdom today, aren't you?
I know, but now from going in the booth to calling their goals, this has come full circle as all of us are seniors now. And this is my last first game. It's tough, but it's been a great game. And as the clock runs out, that'll put the finishing touches on a Mepham 4-1 win over the Wantagh Warriors. Alexander Sanchez takes the free kick to bring out the final 5 seconds of this game. Geyer. And out of bounds. And that's your ball game. The Mepham Pirates win over the Wantagh Warriors to get another win and move to 2-0 in conference play. This one's over. Mepham wins it 4-1. So now, Jake, we gotta ask, who is your player of the game?
Yeah, I feel like we gotta go Manny Garcia.
Manny
right?
Garcia. Thank you. I was right.
I mean,
right about
2
that.
goals on the day. You don't see that too much.
In his first start of the season, mind you.
Talk about historic. There you go. 2 goals in his first varsity start. I mean, he's just been incredible for the Pirates. You could see him getting congratulated by the coaches, by the players. I mean, and the crowd was hyped for it. So
He definitely earned some minutes today. So Mepham is coming. So Mepham looking like they're back to form after a rather uncharacteristic start to the season. They win it 4-1, and our next game will be a fun one. The Mepham football team looking to capture a conference title, going up against division rival Calhoun, and that one will be you'll get to see some of your fan favorites. Finnick and Corcoran Duel will be there. Jake, you and I will be there, right? I can't wait to see you there. So, for Sean McQuillan, Lily Yepes, Michaela Dobby, Jake Mano, and the rest of the BMB team, I'm Matt Mano, and we'll see you in a week and a half for the next BMB Game of the Week.